Hi, it's Andrew, the English recruiter. Now we're going to go through the About section. Whoops, sorry about that. Don't know if that's even big enough. Now, the About section, 1, 2, 3. Those 3 lines will be above the cutoff. So, if you've got a key statement to make or a key request for a new job, and the key statement relates to your skills, capabilities, etc., make sure that you state it clearly, 1, 2, 3, so that the recruiter or the HR person or the hiring manager, who is 90% lazy, can read the headline, see your lovely smiling face in the picture, a few other little details above there, and then see in the summary, oh, there's a key point, that's what I was looking for. They'll scan down possibly, see what else is there, and then go back up to the summary and click on it and have a look. So don't rely on saying something, as I had somebody with a PhD and a lot of patents in one particular recruitment case, and he had that on page 16 after his publications because he thought his publications were more important than his academic qualifications. Enough said. So 1, 2, 3. Key statement there, then put 3 bullet points. Now these little emoticons, they are where is it? You can do get emoji, for example, but I usually go here, which is to emojipedia.org. Now just remember that when you're trying to do this, that not everything works in Windows, not everything will work on a transfer when it's gone through a job application, when you're doing application with LinkedIn profile, and nor will it suck into the Microsoft Word or whatever system that's being used. So I've just gone for some standards, and all that's there for is just to draw attention to the fact activities. Yes, I do business development and recruitment. Yes, I do help small businesses through the Zurich Networking Group. My history is large deals, corporate banking, blah blah. Don't need to know roughly, it's not that exciting. And hence the reason why I mentioned quite happy at C-level, or speaking to somebody like my wife, although she probably doesn't want to speak to me because she runs her own school, English school. So therefore, as a solopreneur, she has totally different issues than some of those hiring managers that I'm actually talking to on a day-to-day basis. Now, most of my candidate research work is done off LinkedIn. A lot of it comes through referrals, but what we do use a lot of, and the researcher would use, is a thing called Boolean. And or not. I've done a very short article on EnglishRecruiter.com to cover it, so that'll help you. It just simply means that when you're looking for something, you can cut out unnecessary words. I don't do the private mode. I just think it's some stupid legacy thing for LinkedIn. Is it there to protect hiring managers who view somebody's profile that they're going to see? Possibly, but most of those that I know don't know that you can flick it to private mode, go and have a look. But the reality is that a lot of the other searches and also profiles you would have visited will still be visible based on the fact it takes LinkedIn 30-90 days to wash that thing through the system once you've made the decision to go view in private. Here, this is part of a hashtag search we do, and that just helps us to understand what's going on the landscape in terms of profiles. So, in my view, with my connection number on LinkedIn, on a free profile, nothing special, Internet IoT for Internet of Things, 788,000. eCar, 329. Diversity, there's a lot of people with the word diversity in their profile. So if you are in a popular area, for example, you're an HR manager with a talent program experience with diversity recruitment, you need to expand a little bit more in your profile and in your about section. Yeah. Now, what I also do here is I actually run a panel of keywords purely and simply to see if it has any effect on my profile views, and also to see what works, what doesn't work. So if somebody had global responsibility, it would be here. If they covered the EMEA market, or DACH, which is the Germany, Austria, Switzerland, then it would come out. Here it's bent a little bit towards telecoms and also to space. So they just happen to be the random things that I decided to choose to look at this panel. If you're in IT, business analyst, in banking, etc., then you would fill that out in more detail. Now, I just took it because if Google operates and others operate off a keyword search, then so would LinkedIn. Okay. Right. So that's got rid of the About section. If you're stuck with writing on the About section, you'll find job sites like Monster. I have no link with the Monster. Advertise rarely. Have used them in the past. That's all I can say. So here, for example, if you're an aerospace engineer, this will give you some of the things that a hiring manager will be looking for, and that you could craft into that summary section. Okay, so experienced in aerospace engineering, master's degree, and then you could cover that with regards to thermodynamics, physics, mechanics, or robotics. These things here you'd be expected to have anyway. However, what you can do is highlight a particular project or some work you did and incorporate that in the story. So you have 4 or 5 underneath 3 bullet points, 4 or 5 lines in a short paragraph, and you've taken a lot of that out, put some of this in, added a little bit of this, and all of a sudden it's going to start scoring on the searches. What else have they got? Let's just go to, see, we've got a lot of them here. Let's go to page 42. I have no idea what we're going to find. So here we have a human resources assistant, marketing assistant, and somebody I don't recruit for, paralegal. So again, similar thing. Some of the jobs, let's just go for see if you're, even if you're in college and you're looking for an internship, or you've just only done one internship because you're still studying, then here you can put in your summary section, fill it out quite nicely with some of the stuff that you've been doing work-wise, etc., and that will help you get your next internship and to be hired afterwards and get you into a graduate program. And I wish you the very best with that. Now, Canva, why are we here? I'll let you on to that one in a minute. So we've covered this bit. We go into here, 3 lines, stories, paragraphs, and have a go with the old keyword panel. If you've got a lot of experience, you know, you're on the more mature side, sort of 50 plus, then think more recently about some of the stuff you've done and where you've saved money, been beneficial, generated extra results, and you know, often deadlines, you know, definition, causes, closing if you're in sales, improved if you're in quality, developed if you're in product development, creating, if you're in marketing or in social media sort of management, etc. So get the right words in for the right context, because the people that you're searching will be using those words and you'll need to reflect them back. So discard, bang. Now we come here to the featured section, which we'll also cover today, and it's very simple. You can edit if you've got something in there, the way of doing it. Articles go into what was Pulse, and that's separate. We'll cover that a bit later. Media, which is what you see here. If we then add in a copy of a presentation, which came from here. All right. So what you have is, you can say, right, let's edit a presentation. It's bright, it's big, it's also on the free program. Okay, so that helps you to not just use Word, but you can think of things in a different way and then bring in different elements as you want and make it whatever it is that you would like it to be. Save it, and then hopefully, oh Lord, how long does this take? Well, at this particular point, you can upload, go off and make a cup of coffee, and I think still come back. Blah, blah. And by magic, it was there. So this will now appear here. Now, the reason why I say go for bright colors is when you're scanning down here, you'll say, right, okay, so that's what he does or she does. The about, and then all of a sudden, bang, it's going to be whatever you said here can be backed up here. All right. So as you can see now, you're actually developing quite a nice portfolio. It's all nice and bright, and people are looking at it and go, right. You're bringing people's attention in. Red and white always works well. I chose yellow for this particular thing, and you're not overly restricted. So we've got 18 slides of a presentation in here. Now, what I would say with that is, it would look like that. Okay. So it's pretty standard stuff. And what you can then do is just whiz it through, depending on what device you, and then if you want, you can then download. So only put up stuff that you're prepared to lose or to go out into the public domain. And with those two, with using, I know I've used Canva before, but it's so easy to use, then you're not putting yourself under any stress. If you've not got any graphics experience, you've not used GIMP or Adobe Photoshop or anything else like this, you can actually come up with some quite lovely stuff for not a lot of effort. All you have to do is remember that when you do save the presentation, save them as PDFs, and that will then put them across. So you just download here, and boom. So that is quite easy to do using Canva. And what I would say is that it takes 10-15 minutes to get used to it. And if you need to ask any questions, just pop them into the comments. Pop over to EnglishRecruiter.com for some more stuff. It will be loaded up in more detail and in depth in the coming weeks. And also what I would say is subscribe for the odd insightful video that might be popping up on the radar. And I wish you a great day, and I hope you have a very good job search and that you get a very good successful outcome in the near future. Next video will be on its way shortly. Thank you. Bye.